Street Talk! Yeah!
Welcome to Street Talk. I'm your host, Jason, and this is for Thursday, December the 11th. So it's Thursday night. We're going to do some football. Can't do college anymore because beyond the occasional bowl game that'll happen on Thursday, college is packed up shop for the year. So NFL only game in town, football-wise, on Thursday night. So we have the St. Louis Rams hosting the Arizona Cardinals. Sort of an interesting situation because Arizona, number one overall seed in the NFC, comes into St. Louis as a 4.5-point underdog. So we're past the standard, 3-point home field advantage, 3.5, 4, all the way up to 4.5. Now the line did open up at 2.5, so if you snagged the Rams then, that was a great catch, but it's steamed all the way up to 4.5-point favorites, and I don't think it's going to come back. Might in fact push a little bit higher right before kickoff. We'll see how it goes. That's a minus 215 money line. When we remove the VIG, the implied percent is the Rams 67% favorite to win this game straight up. Why is that? Well, we know Carson Palmer went down, and really the only thing that's sort of been keeping Arizona in these games is their defense. They're 6th in the league versus the rush, 92 yards a game. However, they're 27th in the league versus the pass, and that could get a little bit worse in this game. Tyrann Mathieu already been ruled out for this game. Antonio Cromartie also might be out. It's game time decision, so whether he plays, they could get really thin in the secondary really quickly. St. Louis, on the other hand, started out the year poorly. Their defense couldn't get any pressure on the quarterback, and man, they've come on like gangbusters. They're 10th versus the rush and 14th versus the pass. So overall yardage per game, they actually have a statistically better defense than Arizona. Couple that with they're really pressuring the quarterback. Since week 7, 34 sacks. That leads the NFL during that time span. Now, as I mentioned, Carson Palmer goes down. Drew Stanton come in. He's played okay. However, their last 4 games in which he has started, they've scored 17 points, 18 points, 3 points, and 14 points. So they haven't cracked 20 points since he's become the full-time starter after Carson Palmer's gone down. That's only an average of 13 points a game. That could lead us a little bit into the first prop of, will Arizona score in the first quarter? That tends to tell me they might not. But again, that's sort of a risky prop if you have a long streak. That's more of a monthly play. Now, Palmer went down. Andre Ellington, their talented running back, he's now been put on season-ending IR. So really, we're talking about Stephon Taylor, Marion Griggs, just really some also-rans at running back. How are they going to be able to move the ball? Well, on the other side, Austin Davis was benched. Sean Hill's come in and actually played really well, protecting the ball. They're getting a lot of good things out of their running game with Trey Mason, the good-looking rookie, Stedman Bailey, wideout, Jared Cook, Kenny Brett. All those guys have really come into their own since Hill's sort of taken over. And like I said, with the thin Arizona secondary, this game could quickly turn into a St. Louis blowout if the Cardinals aren't careful. The last 2 games, St. Louis has outscored their opponents 76-0. So they've really been pouring it on. Now, granted, that was against the Raiders and Washington, so it's not like we're talking about the juggernauts of the NFL, but they've won 3 out of their last 4 games, and during that span, that does include a win versus the Denver Broncos, a pretty convincing win, to be honest. So for me, I really like how things are heading in St. Louis's direction. I like the health as they come into this game, and I don't like the health of Arizona. How are they going to score? I really don't trust Drew Stanton, especially on the road. He's even worse on the road, if that's possible to believe. So for me, St. Louis for the hopefully pretty easy green. Hope you guys enjoy it. We'll see you next time on Street Talk.